So going into the game 2, I'm comfortable with the 4 I brought. I feel like Porygon Z and Clefairy are still a relatively good lead here. The lead that he had didn't really handle it. So I'm wondering if he has a different way of handling it now that he knows that I might lead the Porygon and Clefairy. I just know that if I can get rid of this if I can just kind of get rid of this Charizard, then I'm pretty much good to go, because my Steel types can just take the game for me. So I kind of have the same game plan in my mind going into this game 2, and it leads the same thing. So I feel like I feel like I should have like a pretty good handle on what he is going to do right here. Since he knows that I can just one-hit KO the Raichu, I thought that he would switch out his Raichu into something like Togedemaru, because he knows that I targeted it last game. And so like I'm thinking about if I should attack it or not, but I go for the read, and I think that he's going to switch it into something else. So I want to try to get a KO onto this Pincurchin, because I think he might Dynamax it again. So I go for the Max Strike Helping Hand, because Hyper Beam was enough to one-hit KO the Pincurchin not Dynamaxed. So I think if I can Helping Hand, that I might be able to get it if it does Dynamax. And surprisingly, he doesn't switch out his Raichu, because I really thought he would, to try to preserve it, and just goes straight for the Rising Voltage, and he doesn't Dynamax, and just goes for the Max Strike on the Pincurchin, picking up a KO, and netting me a positive in this turn 1. And so I'm still kind of in a good position, and then he brings out the Morpeko, and I go, okay, this Morpeko has to have the Focus Sash. Raichu doesn't have it, Pincurchin doesn't have it, Charizard doesn't have it, Togedemaru isn't sturdy. The only other Pokemon that could have it is Inteleon, and I'm like, there's no way Inteleon has it. It has to be this Morpeko. And so like the Focus Sash for some reason during this game was like really intimidating to me. Like it was kind of like I wasn't really quite sure what to do, because I knew it had the Focus Sash. So I was in like a weird position, and I don't know why. It's just sometimes you get in your own head when you're playing Pokemon, and you have to try to avoid getting into your own head that way. But I make a really bad move here of not following away the Follow Me. I'm not following the Rising Voltage, because it does almost 50% to my Porygon. I should have used Follow Me to redirect it and got rid of the Raichu. Like, it was a really big mistake on my end, because now my Porygon has taken so much unnecessary damage, and now this Charizard can come in and just Heat Wave and pick up a KO on potentially both my Pokemon. I would have been better off using Follow Me to redirect it and picking up the KO, preserving the Porygon from taking 2 attacks, and it would have just taken the 1 from the Morpeko. And I feel like if I had only taken the 1 attack, that I could live the potential Heat Wave from this Charizard and pick up another KO and pretty much win the game from there. So that was my mistake in game 2. So I feel like I could have made a better move there, and if I would have, I probably would have been in a better position. He goes for the Max Mindstorm, which I thought was a little interesting, because now he loses the Electric Terrain, and he loses that boost. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not in a bad position here, because I have my Durant with Rock Slide, so I do have a chance to just take out this Charizard right now, and then kind of win the game out with Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn could easily take the rest of his team. So I'm still feeling okay, still feeling confident. I'm just gonna go for a knockoff on this Charizard to see what it has, and if I potentially missed, and it's Scarfed, so that's going to be a big KO onto my Durant. It probably killed me 15 times over, and then the Max Knuckle onto the Ferrothorn. So now I know that it's Scarf, and now I know that Morpeko has a fighting move. So I need to make an adjustment in game 3